Hey guys, hope everybody's having a fantastic day, whether you're watching this in the morning or in the afternoon or in the evening when I'm recording this. But today I wanted to talk about an oldie but a goodie, and that is the Civivi Brazen in the Tanto variation, which is a little different than the drop point, which we'll talk about. But the Civivi Brazen Tanto is a knife that came into my collection pretty early when Civivi had their second or third run of knives, and the Tanto was actually one of those, and the Brazen was new. I don't think, and I could be wrong, I think the Brazen Tanto came out before the Brazen Tanto point, or the Brazen drop point. The Brazen Tanto has a D2 blade, where the Brazen drop point has a 14C blade, if I'm not mistaken. But in either case, both of them have G10 handles. Both of them have both a flipper tab on the back with a great detent and thumb studs that allow you to get this knife in multiple different deployments. And then the traditional Brazen in the drop point 14C and D2 in the what I consider the Tanto Brazen. So this knife is a medium to large size knife. As you can see, I can get a full 4-finger grip on that knife. I can choke up to where that flipper tab is if I need to get any more control over that blade. Not that I ever really would, but if I needed to, it's there. Let's do a couple of quick size comparisons. If we need to, we'll break out the handy dandy bin banners. What's up, guys? Titanium ruler. Let's see how the Brazen compares in size to the Cold Steel 4 Max. It's going to be smaller than the 4 Max. Let's look at it next to the Civivi Baby Banter, which is quite a bit bigger than the Civivi Baby Banter. Let's take a look at it next to the Mettenboss scale dressed Benchmade Bug Out. It's going to be a good bit bigger than the Benchmade Bug Out. Let's look at it next to the Spyderco Paramilitary 2. And guys, it's going to be smaller than the Paramilitary 2. But if we put all these butt ends together, you can see it's about an inch shorter than the Paramilitary 2, about 3/4 of an inch shorter than the, or longer than the Benchmade Bug Out. Just a good medium-sized knife, kind of splits the difference there between those two knives if you're familiar with those two knives. If you're more of a tape measure guy, this is the part of the video where I tell you to go to a website and read the specs. But because I'm trying to evolve the way I do things, I purchased this little ruler that I can no longer read because my eyes are bad. But I think this blade is going to run 3.5 inches, right under 3.5 inches. And the handle is going to run right at 4.5 inches. So that gives you a good idea of the size of the knife. The Civivi Brazen, would I buy this knife again? Yes, I would buy this knife again. I would absolutely buy this knife again. And I've often thought about, even though I don't buy budget knives actively now, buying this Brazen in its original form in a drop point with the other steel, even though I've had great luck sharpening and keeping this steel usable and ready to go. I love the thumb studs on this knife. They're very poppy. Again, I love the flipper tab on this knife. It's really snappy. And I love the look of the knife. I love the feel of the knife. I've always been a Civivi fan, and this knife has stayed in my collection for a reason. I really dig it. Guys, most importantly, please look out for the guy or gal to your left. Please look out for the guy or gal to your right. Please look out for one another. Go forward with love in your heart. When you don't agree with somebody, it's okay to debate them. It's okay to talk about it. You can even argue as long as you're civil. Just choose debate over hate. I love each and every one of you. Peace.